Right then, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, today I'm going to be doing a little bit more U-boat. So it has been a little while since we last streamed this, and if I can vaguely remember, so I'm just moving shit off my desk. If I can vaguely remember, I kind of lost my head a little bit in the last stream. Yeah, we ended up having a bit of an issue in terms of the manual TDC, which I have tried Googling it, and apparently there is a setting that I am missing, and I don't know if I've actually worked out what it is, but I guess I'll see. So, I've basically gone into the computer that you have in the conning tower, and you got all these different knobs and levers and stuff like that. And there's a thing where it says about the gyro calculation or something like that, and it says either to the bow or to the stern. Now I think it could be that, because what was essentially happening was when we were doing a TDC, it was almost like when we were working stuff out, it was trying to work it out from if we was taking the perspective from the stern when we should have been doing it from the bow. Now I think it's a little bit scuffed when that happens, and it completely ruins you. But if that is the case, then more knowledge to me. If that isn't the case, then I have no fucking idea. No idea whatsoever. So we are going to jump in anyway. We are going to go stream save 2, and yeah, we'll get cracking. So we have got a lot to do. I'm going to unpeel my orange, which is probably fucked, because this is an orange that I was trying to juggle with yesterday. Yeah, it's hopefully it's not too bad today. I think we are in the Arctic now. There was another thing as well that we had to go and do, which I believe was to go and join the battle of the Arctic. Now the problem with that is I don't know, right, which I'll show you now. I don't know how to really start it, because if I go to the map, we're going to keep these here because this is convoy 1, convoy 2. This is kind of like a sweet spot, so to speak. Now the thing I was going to look at was this one, which we are there, but it doesn't say that we've kind of got into it. But then again, saying that, there's this here, which is also the French flotillas, which is at the port of Wilhelmshaven. So, Gold Ninja, thanks for the follow, mate. Yeah, welcome to the channel. So yeah, there's this, which I'm kind of sure we did that. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. So this is a thing. So we are going to be looking at this, but there is this bit. I was trying to find a stream playing this game. Yeah, this is kind of like a regular thing for the channel. We end up doing it like, we try and do it once a week. So we end up doing a lot of variety stuff, which at the moment I'm currently going through the second Ori game. So it's not pure U-boat as such. I don't want to kind of get tied into the same content as such, because one, I've got a lot of things I've got on my list that I want to do, but also as well, it kind of keeps things like fresh, and you don't burn out, or so to speak. So yeah, I end up playing this like once a week. So if you ever just jump in and this is all you're interested in, that's absolutely fine. If you're interested in other games as well, that's also absolutely fine. So we are currently in the Arctic Convoys, which is started in September 1941, and we are in the tier 3, and we can get a milk cow from this. Now, I'm pretty sure we have unlocked a milk cow somewhere, or have we not? Apparently not. That's fine. That's fine. So we are going to go and continue with the Arctic convoys here in here. So we're going to just quickly pop it in and see what the leading officer's got to say for us. Release survivors to start. So we have got some survivors as well, which is good. Ooh. No, we haven't got anything here. Are you almost done with the Battle of the Mediterranean? It's a good one, isn't it? It is good. I ended up completing the Battle of the Mediterranean really nicely, actually. It was surprisingly nice. It was... we ended up just farming a lot of just single merchants who was just coming through, and we were just boarding them and taking them down or whatever. In terms of the convoys, it was a... Yeah, there's the port of... Hold on, what was it? It was the port of Alexandria as well, which we ended up going to, I think it was. Yeah, there's the port of Alexandria, and then there's the Haifa, in and out with HE Mount. Yeah, like literally went into the port of Alexandria. Yeah, I went in here, you pop in here. This is literally got like 10, 12 vessels in there, which are all just left. So we ended up going in there like twice, and we ended up doing really, really well. The battle, yeah, we ended up completing that, so it was really, really good, really, really good. There is the issue here that we haven't got a mission for this, although we don't technically need a mission. We can just do it as long as we're in the area. But what we could do is we could just send the crew on a vacation. We do have to get a lot of stuff in here anyway, so while we are restocking, we might as well do that. So apparently as well, someone mentioned on YouTube, someone put a comment on one of the videos that vegetables, or I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said vegetables were helped with fend off tuberculosis. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. So we are going to try and keep a stack of these there just to see. Right, so we can have, that goes to 3,000. I'm pretty, yeah, stack limit 3,000. That there, that goes to that as well. We can't put any more in there. No, we cannot. And then we got a choice here. We can either have high explosive, we got high explosive rounds. We got a stack or 2 stacks of armor piercing. Now, do we want to go for the AA rounds? I tried to get through the Gibraltar Strait to get back to La Rochelle. Yeah, that is a bit of a rough place, isn't it? I ended up having to go through there because it said, okay, now you're done in the Mediterranean, you got to go back to La Rochelle. So I ended up just going straight back to La Rochelle, and then realised, hold on, I've got to change the flotilla to La Rochelle to then you got struck. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, so I end up having to go back from La Rochelle to go to I forgot the port, but the port in the Mediterranean, and then ended up having to change the flotilla. So I ended up having to go through there 3 times in one stream, and it was a nightmare. So what are we looking at here? I think we've got to refuel. Torpedoes, we are absolutely out. So we're going to go for the T5s anyway. Might as well if we can find them. But really, there's only one. Right, what are we looking at here? That's a fat torpedo. Pistol 3. So I think with pistol 3 is nice, because what we're looking at is the very reliable pistol design, which is the pistol 3, but then looking at something that can actually give more speed, so it actually gives us a little bit more of a it gives us a little bit of leeway in time in terms of what we're going for. You go to Alexandria now to go and sink ships. Okay, well, best of luck to you, and hopefully it goes well. It's really simple. The only thing you have to really worry about is depth. That's it. Because there's some parts where the depth is quite shallow, so have a look at that. Just keep all your if you're using torpedoes, use torpedoes at the like a depth setting of like 4, and it'll be fine. Right then, so yeah, so we're gonna go for the T1 pistol 3s. And whilst all this is going on, we are going to actually pistol 1. Yep, we'll have that as well. We'll have this. Now we can go for, yeah, this one as well. And this one as well. Stern torpedo. Now, stern torpedo, what can we go for here? I imagine the fat torpedoes don't really, I can't use them. I'm quite awful at them, so we're just going to go for the T3 pistol 2s. Tier 3 pistol 2s. Now this is the bow torpedoes, which we could arguably just get these ones in here. A full complement of T3 pistol 2 fat torpedoes here, and then the stern we are just going to go for a simple T3 pistol 2. Okay, cool. So now the ammunition's been done. Now we've got this in. I'm just going to contemplate what else we can kind of put in. The food, I think we're okay with food here. The equipment, I think we're okay in equipment as well. I don't know what we're looking at in terms of the equipment. So you've got 5 med kits on yourself. You've got 4. You've got nothing. You've got nothing. You've got 2, and you've got 2. Okay, so we are going to have to try our best to get as many replacement parts on board as possible. So, Ellie Bells, you're okay there. Wolfpack, you need 2. Storage. Ooh. The galley's not looking great either, is it? We'll get those sausages in there as well, just so we can have that. So we can have another group of sausages as well. We can try and speed this up a little bit. I only need 40,000 tons to complete the Battle of the Mediterranean. Oh, nice. Nice. There's a little part in the Battle of the Mediterranean where it was kind of good, like around here, where you could just camp things. But if you go into the port of Alexandria, you would definitely get that. Definitely. What supplies? Right, there's 5 on board now, which is nice. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to go to Wolfpack. You need to get 3 parts on your good self. So let's get those on. All right, transfer those. Yes. It's going to take a week to get everything on there, so it just makes more sense to get everyone like all rested and stuff. You doing it, Wolfpack? Okay. So for those who are a bit unaware, Wolfpack, obviously I'm mentioning people. These are people that are coming to the stream. Anyone who does want to become part of the crew, very simple, just give a shout out in chat and we will get you in. It's essentially we have a bunch of people, mainly it's just officers. If you want to be an officer, kind of gives people the ability to kind of chat a little bit more in the channel, where you can kind of choose where you want your skill points to go. So for example, Ellie Bells here, she kind of chose merchant, sensitive hearing, medical coordinator, radio usage practice, propeller recognition. She got this from a mission, and that was just standard anyway. So it just gives people the ability to to chat a little bit more in the channel if they want to get more involved. You can choose whatever you like. It's not really we're not really going for like a meta or anything like that. We're just doing it what people prefer. If you want to have like a medical build, that's absolutely fine. If you want to have a more of a like a mechanic, then that's obviously fine as well. So we are going to get rid of. Okay, Wolfpack has done that. Dutch Freeze doesn't need any more. Millerus, you need to take these. Yes. I don't even know if Millerus should be taking them. Should he really? No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't. It's not Millerus that takes these. It is Conrad. Conrad, you take 2 there. We do try and keep Millerus and Timmy D free because they will be then used for like moving stuff around, like if we need any more shells and stuff around the U-boat whilst we are patrol. Okay. Right, now we've done that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the this is just all the aftermath from the last patrol, by the way, so that's why we're kind of doing what we're doing. Okay, you don't have the ability to talk to your boy. Wolfgang Mayer, okay. We have brought survivors. Release these 2, great. Say goodbye, and now we are going to remove all the work from you boys. Cool. Right then, so let's go to the lean officer. Badona change flotilla. Crew needs a break, and we are just going to go. Just because we're going to try and save a bit of time, we're just going to say 14 days at Wilhelmshaven while we're here. Yeah, because we're not really on any time constraints at the moment. There we are. Yeah, so fingers crossed. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. Are you at the port of Alexandria now then? Is that why you've sank those vessels? Oh, nice. Yeah, it's easy, isn't it? It's there's certain parts where you can just get away with murder. Right? It's really, really nice. And that is just a prime place. Now, apparently someone told me in the chat a while ago that back then the port of Alexandria wasn't actually supplied with any ammunition, so you can surface the boat and not get shot. But as you just say, you got pounded by an AA gun, so it's not exactly true. You just got to be really, really close. So if you're right by the entrance, then you're genuinely okay. But yeah, right then. So the orders. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing really that's what we're interested in, because we're looking at the Battle of the Arctic. So I'm going to save. Because I'm going to spend 1 reputation point to refresh the missions. See, I spent 2, and that's come up. Join the port of La Rochelle flotilla. So I'm just a little bit curious, actually. Yeah, so I've just spent all my reputation points, so I'm not, obviously I'm not going to save that. I'm not going to keep it. So I'm going to go to this load here. And it's a little bit, I don't know if it's naughty. I'm not sure if it's a naughty thing to do or whatever, but it's kind of an annoyance, which if you've got an active campaign, why doesn't the game give it you? Why doesn't the game give you a mission which is going to contribute to that campaign? It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, cool. Right. Hopefully, we might actually have different missions on him already, because no, he doesn't. Are these locked in then? Because the last time we'd done that, it was two rotations before we got the... Curious. So yeah, it's hopefully we can actually get... I can't imagine we're going to get the final tier in the Battle of the Arctic here today. I can't imagine we will. I don't think we'll hit 150,000 or 140,000 tons in one patrol. If we did, that'd be amazing, but the likelihood of that happening is very, very small. The only way we could arguably do it is if we went to an enemy port. In fact, actually, there's no enemy ports within the area, is there? Hold on. There's a lot of fluff on that one. Not fluff, but you know, like piff. Is that what it's called? Piff? The white stuff on an orange? So, this might be a shout. Because instead of spending 1 or 2, we can spend 3. And I think it resets them anyway. And then it gives us more stuff later on. So I think that's what we're going to do. Additional mission choice 2. We're going to buy that. Lovely stuff. And fingers crossed, this should... Really? Really, game? I've no fucking way. No fucking way is that. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that at all. Fuck's sake. So I think this is like the fourth time we've kind of had to do a save scum. Right, last bit of orange. Last bit of orange. Right. Okay. Are you retreating now? Have you done it now then? Have you done it? Have you got your tonnage? Right. Let's see what you got. Right, there's nothing here for us. Ask a few favours. Additional choices 3. You sank 7 ships in total. Lovely. Nice stuff, mate. You did that quick. Aha. There we go. Right. Arctic convoys, sectors AE9 to AF7. Right, that's exactly what we wanted. And it's also in an area which we know there to be a good amount of vessels. Now, it does say difficulty low. And it says just to sink an additional 4,000 tons for 33% reputation. But we are going to be going for it anyway. It could give us an additional objective within the area. And what I am a little bit curious to see is there anything else we can get stocked on board? Now, I think there is. Now, obviously, we could have done this before, but I was a little bit of an idiot. So it's going to take us an additional day, which is a nightmare, I know. Then, Ellie Bells and Dr. Freeze, you could do with... You think that is enough? What you can do is, if you zoom out of the map and then have a look at, so for example, if you zoom out the map and then hover over it, it will literally tell you if you've done it or not. So it'll like it updates like as you're going along. Every single time you sync something, it will add the tonnage, so you know if you're going to be okay or not. So you just might want to check before you get back, and you could be like 5 tons off, and it'll be a nightmare. You did it, well done, mate, well done, and you got the Knights Cross. Good shout. Right then, so we've done that. We are going to go to the... Where is a few favors? No, we don't want this. This is something that we might look at a little bit later on, but we've only got 4 left, and we want to make sure we get all of our R&D sorted as well. Recruitment, show me the files. Right, we do need someone else, but I think we are okay. So we're just going to say, okay, you got tuberculosis. You're ready. Is there anyone ready who has not... Okay, you're ready, Stefan. So we're going to have you on board. That's lovely. All right, so now we've got 10 people, no, 20 people. Oh, nice stuff, mate. Well done. Nice stuff. One available point as well. We can get full discipline here, which is what we're going to do. Is what we might as well, whilst we've got it, we're going to go for full discipline. So that means we've got 10 out of 10 in discipline, which is going to give us an additional 50%, which slows down our discipline loss, fatigue gain, and stress buildup. So that's nice. And then we're going to go to diving afterwards. Silent running, I don't think that's really that interesting. Right then, cool. So, warehouse. Let's get the rest of the stock that we needed. We're going to get 3 of these. And let's go to our stock here. And then, Dr. Freeze, can you please get the remaining med kits into your inventory? And then after that, we're going to get... Wolfpack, you've got 5 parts. Milo, you don't need anything. Comrade, you got 2. So you can have those in there. Yes. Freddie Lewis, you need 1. Ellie Bowles, you're fully stocked as well. Every single one of the ships I sank has Empire in front of it. Nice. Right, let's go to the storage here. You put your 1 additional thing in there. Yes. So I know I'm kind of taking ages here. I've been like sitting at port now for the last half hour. I only apologise, but you know. Right then, so now you are getting, now you've got that. Okay, cool. So now it's the final stock. Final stock. So we're going to get these put in. We've got full complement of those as well. The ammunition, the sausages. We can get a full amount of sausages in on board. Food. Now, this is a question. Are we going to go for... We've currently got like 20 parts on board. So I don't think we need any more. If we need any more, then we've really ballsed up. Do we go for high explosive or AA rounds? I think, you know what? To keep things spicy, we'll go for the AA rounds. And then we're going to be off duty for 2 days. That's absolutely fine. And then we are going to make our way to the patrol area. Everyone's all good. We do have one sailor on board who, if there is anyone in chat who does want to take on that responsibility of Conrad, you do have some levels up as well, so people are more than welcome to shout up. Right then, so the gyroscope, the snorkel, the pump, ventilation, searchlight, there we are. And we are all good. We are going to make our way, head 1/3, and make our way where we need to. All right, Wolfpack, you're going to have 2 on you, just so we can keep the fuel consumption down. Got the dog snoring in the background, which is actually nice, to be fair. Like, it's one of those things where when people first hear the dog snoring, they'll go, "Oh, doesn't that drive you nuts?" And it's actually like really soothing. It's a really soothing thing to hear. Like, she sleeps like in the bed with me at night, and her being a French bulldog, her snoring is just like, it's not as bad as lots of French bulldogs. It's actually like on the lower end of the scale, but a lot of people would struggle sleeping with that, and I'm quite a heavy sleeper anyway, so I end up just like, it doesn't really matter to me. But a lot of people will be like, "Oh, couldn't do that." But to me, like, I couldn't sleep without it now. I couldn't sleep without that snoring in the background, which sounds so weird. Right then, we are coming out of Wilhelmshaven. We are going to come out this way, and we're going to do a patrol, which, as you can see, this is where we saw 1 convoy and 2 convoys, and then we saw a convoy up over here. So this is kind of like a little sweet spot, which is where we're going to be going now. We do have to be careful. What you are chief engineer, which is going to be working on the engines, which is great. And we're going to come over this way. Right, now we are in a little bit of better water here. We're going to go to a head full and just make our way. Oh, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Right then, so yeah, it's currently the 22nd of November, 1941. So we have surpassed 2 years in the war. We've got about 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we've got 4 years left, I think. Yeah, 4 years left. So we're about a third way through. Now, we are trying to get, not every achievement, because it's not possible for me to get every achievement in one playthrough. Hey, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. And welcome to the channel. Yeah, it's not possible to get every achievement in one. Well, it probably is, but like, I'm playing at a certain difficulty, which is only like 46% realism, because I'm not very good. I'm not very good at all. So we but we are going to try and get everything we can, and there is an achievement which, from what it looked like on Steam, it says 0.0% of people have got it, which is the highest medal. Now, I imagine we won't get it. It will be very tough, very, very, very tough to get it. And it just means you have to basically spend a whole campaign and focusing on your skipper, and he does literally everything, so then he can get the maximum amount of points just to get it. Right, now we are in the area, the patrol area. All we've got to do is do 2,000 miles with 2,000 kilometers within the area, and then we're good. Okay, so as we're getting closer to the convoy area, we are going to have a little nosy of what's going on. We have got a very good sea state, well, an all right sea state for forces. Just want to see if we can get a visual up on top. Nothing for the moment. Yeah, we've been at sea for 2 days. So we're going to drop these off you. You don't need any sailors with your good self. We are going to go on a hydrophone check. If I can remember how to do it. There we go. Right then. So once you drop down, we're going to have a little listen and hopefully pick something up over here. Now, if it is a convoy, that'd be great. But I was hoping to get a single merchant before, so then I can do a test or two of the torpedo computer in the conning tower, which if I was to go, yeah, you go to this, there's a thing on the calculator which I'm pretty sure on this target gyro angle receiver, stern or bow. Now I think this is what the issue was in my last stream, where if I was to do a target on someone, this was in the wrong setting. Now I never touched this. I think this is too much maintenance for myself. I don't know enough to mess with all of this. That's it. That's it. That's what I've got to mess with. Use this knob to select if computations should be done for bow or aft torpedo tubes. That's it. That's the thing that I was missing. So apparently this was switched to the wrong thing, which again I don't touch, so it wasn't me doing it, but it's basically what, Tim, you go on the, is there any point you being on the TAC periscope? There is no need. Who's on? Dr. Freeze, you can get an additional sailor yourself so you can actually increase the range of your hydrophone. So yeah, what was happening was, say if I was looking in this direction, there was a ship here and it was moving with me, it was actually using the, it was almost like it was using the wrong torpedoes. Like I was selecting the bow torpedo, but it was doing a calculation for the stern torpedoes, and that's what I think was the issue. So nothing at the moment. Okay, nothing for the moment. That's absolutely fine. Now we do have to be a little bit careful as well by the air support, because there is, oh, saving. There is we are fairly in the area of the RAF Dundee. So we are just going to try and take it. Hello, Keeps. Hello, buddy. How you doing, mate? So we're just going to travel another, say another 20 kilometers so we can try and get into this area. You've just got up. You've just got up, dude. It's 3:20, my man. All right, let's do another hydrophone check. Now we are a little bit closer within the area of these points here. No, but are you feeling okay? Are you feeling all good? Oh, I'll tell you what I have been doing as well. So, me being I'm a big Formula One fan, huge Formula One fan. Now, I haven't really been able to do it since I moved, which was like a year and a half ago. Eight feeling okay, just tired okay. Well, as long as you're feeling okay, yeah. So me being a big Formula One fan for a good while, and I haven't done it for, like I say, I haven't done it for a good while. Nearly every weekend when I was working like a standard 9 to 5, I would have a race weekend, which on a Thursday, when I get home from work, I would have an hour's practice of a race, and I have like a proper like hour practice of like racing and stuff. And then I'll do Friday another hour practice. Saturday I do practice 3 and the qualifying, and then on the Sunday I would have the actual race, which would be like a full race, which would be in terms of a which would be like, for example, in Hungary you've got like 70 laps, and I've started doing that again with my actual like steering wheel, and I've been doing it this weekend, and my god, I forgot how difficult it was, like how mentally like tiring it actually was, and it's the first time I've properly picked it up in about a year and a half, and I was like, right, let's go straight back into it. Absolutely not, but it's so much fun. And I was actually thinking about doing a few streams, not of Formula One, but something like Snow Runner or Mud Runner, but with the steering wheel, just to see how I can get on with it, because I've heard they're actually pretty good games. I've heard they're pretty good, but the only I think for it to be like more authentic, like you do have a flappy paddle on the back of the steering wheel, but I think you need to, like, you would never come out of like third gear or second gear or whatever in those games, because you literally just sat in, like, very rarely in first gear, I think, because it's like when you're in first gear you end up just spinning the wheels, but you always try and pull off in second. So, but like authentically, you'd have to have like the gear stick instead of like a flappy paddle. But I'll be interested in doing it. Definitely be interested in doing it. Right. There's nothing within this area at the moment. Okay, that's fine. We are going to go a little bit closer. Now it is coming to, as it's towards the end of the year, so now we're in November, the sun does set a little bit earlier in the day, so that's something to kind of take into account. Now I didn't realize that was a thing. Now we're going to turn this searchlight off. Even though the searchlight can help with spotting smoke on the horizon, but I don't think there's anything within this area anyway, so we're not really going to worry about it. Okay, now we're fairly close to where we spotted this first convoy. Let's see if we can spot anything. Now apparently there was not many ships around this area, so there was, the chance of us finding something is rather slim for the moment. Although, if we are going to spot anything, it should be in this area. Even if it's something out the area but it's moving in, all we can do is just wait for it to get in the area and then destroy it. Alright, nothing for the moment. That's absolutely fine. Right, we are going to move into more of the path between convoys 1 and 2 in the hope to actually come across something. Now, this is super dark now. We're coming on to nearly midnight now. So spotting something on the tower is going to be... It's not going to happen. Unless we literally bump into them, it's not going to happen. So, here we're just going to do the routine hydrophone checks as well. You are currently resting, which is good stuff. We're going to take 2 sailors off Wolfpack and give them to Freddie Lewis here. Hopefully we can come across something. Now, there is the issue as well with... There was a patch that came out a few weeks ago. And there was the vessels that we usually go against now at this time of the war, which is the Liberty class. They didn't actually have ammunition on the vessel, so you could go up against them with the deck gun and not have to worry about it. I didn't know this until the patch come out where it says, "Oh yeah, they didn't have ammunition, but now they do." And I'm like, "Oh, so I was, ooh." Right then. Plot a course, so it's close to this. Close to this as well. So that's something. All right. The Liberty ship is like a clown car. 50 sailors jump out of it. Yeah. That's so true. That's genuinely true. Yeah. Nothing in the area at the moment. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down. Now. Oh. We see vessels. Right. Timmy D, out of bed, please, sir. Have a little look. What's on our port side? We have... Okay, we've got some C3s. That looks like a Liberty class. It's the United States. More Liberty classes. More C3s. That looks like a Empire Tower. Okay, well, we're in a good area now. So what we're going to do, we are going to mark this on the map. And we're just going to say about here, and we're going to say convoy 3. So at least we know, and then we can try and get a bearing a little bit later on and see if we can spot anything. So, right, so now we're going to go to a blue light running. We're going to go to a periscope depth. And we are going to remove you. We're going to give you the rank of a mechanic, so you can help with the torpedoes. Two sailors, your good self. You don't need 2 sailors, but we are going to keep you just in case you go into the bow torpedoes. Right, we're in business. Yep. Numerous. Copy that. Now, is there any people in this area? There is. There is. There's a U-boat. Oh, there's a good bunch of us. It's a proper wolf pack going on. there's a... Right, there is an alarm going off as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a little look to see if we can get a good target. Right, so this is a Liberty class. It's a nice vessel to go for. I'm just going to pause just so I can have a little bit more of a... Right, so there's some C3s. That's another C3. No, that's a Liberty. That is a Empire Tower. There's another Empire. That's an Empire Explorer? Oh no, that's the worst, isn't it? It's the worst. It's like, because the game doesn't autosave. Because the game doesn't autosave when you're in a when you're in combat. Right, so that's a warship. There's something over there. Cool. Yeah, because it doesn't autosave when you're in a when you're in a combat. It doesn't. Like you can be in combat for like 2 hours and not realize, completely forget, which has happened to me numerous times, and you end up losing your whole thing. Right, so the C3s, they're a bit of an issue because they take a lot of you need to do a lot of damage to them in order for them to in order to sink them in one go, which very rarely happens for me. So I think the Liberty class is our, which is your boy there. So let's do a velocity check. Now we are going to stop here. We are going to... Jesus Christ. That's brutal. That's very brutal. But the thing is, it's so easily done as well. Now, when I used to stream this, when I first started streaming, I had a rule where if I died, if the game, like if we lose the U-boat, that's the end of the playthrough and we have to start again. That didn't last very long. All right, 3, 2, 1. Game, hello? What did that... Why did that do that? It's supposed to set the speed. Well, this isn't moving, which should be the speed. Have I done something? I doubt it. No, I did, but no, so that's not how it works. Like you can't do this whilst it's paused. But this is supposed to go round. Hold on. Parallax forward. No, have I done anything? Have I done something here? No, I don't know what hardly any of that means, so I'm not going to touch it. However, that is an issue because, see, it doesn't work. You have to... What have I done wrong there? Demons, I love you. That's what I didn't do. That's what I didn't do. It can't determine the velocity if the shit. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Wee bit embarrassed. Right, Liberty Clash. Yeah. Right. That would make sense. That would make total sense, wouldn't it? Right. Isn't that supposed to be going around? There we go. It's going to be a long old day, chat. Oh, God. Oh, God. I usually do, but because I was like, that's definitely a Liberty Class, mentally I was like, yeah, I know what that is. Like, I know pretty much what all the ships are now. That would make total sense though, wouldn't it? Right, 7 knots, right, we knew that. Right, distance to us, right, let's get the highest, which is about, it's about that, no. It's about that, yeah. And that's a rough angle. That is a rough angle. Right. Protractor, bearing tool, 118, 3.5, 3.6. And it was bearing 118. Set. Put you in. Torpedo. 5.5 meter draft. Fat setting. Initial torpedo run length, we're going to say 4,000. No, 4,500. Now, this is going to be a rough. This is a rough angle. Now, if we do put this in, it's looking okay. And ready, fire tubes 2. Now, whilst that's going on, we're going to have a little look at another vessel, which is not one of those. That's a wee bit far for us. And we are going to bring her around. Now, the other vessels around here, so they're going to probably take care of these. So we do probably want to try and get in front. Now, we don't want to be using the... No, this isn't going to hit, I don't think. I don't know, maybe. Ooh. Good shot, Lulu. Good shot, Lulu. Now, if the fat torpedo, if the fat setting boot comes into it now, that would be annoying. And boop. Oh, look at all that damage straight away. There's fire on board. Very nice. Very, very nice. I didn't think that was actually going to hit. I thought yeah, they were abandoning the ship. That's great. Okay, perfect stuff. Now apparently there's someone on our starboard side. I can't seem to see anyone. The question is... Oh. Oh. Sending 3 torpedoes at that is completely unnecessary. Completely. There's zero need. No need. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't really have anything. We don't have any homing torpedoes, do we? Destroyer. Now, these are going to take care of these. That's a C3. That's a Liberty class. And that's another C3, but... Right, okay, we're all good here. Now, the only issue is, here, I'm going to unlock that because it's really annoying. Oh, we are just going to proceed. Alright, see if there's anything else within the vicinity we can grab quickly. There's a C3 there, which I'm not keen on getting. Right, we're going to go full beans here. And that is not welcome. No, it's only a Corvette. No, it's not. Right, can you go for that? Right, what we're going to do now then, we are going to go... Empire Brutus. Right, they're coming away from us, which is good. We have slowed down. We are going to speed it up now. Now we are. Nope. No. Down, boy. Down, boy. Oh. What are you? What are you? Now, that's not a bad target. Who's to lock you in? And we know you're a C3. 7,700 tons. If we were to bring it around... We could send a salvo. A salvo wouldn't be a bad shout, even though it's using 2 torpedoes on 1 vessel, which is something I tend to not like doing. Oh no, we gotta speed this up a little bit, just so we can bring it around. And stop. Alright. Let's do a velocity check. Yeah, I think I might just send a salvo to this. Or if I just send one, there is the possibility that it could sink it with one torpedo, and then just come back for it. That's probably the better option. Yeah, I think that's probably the better option for us. Ready? 3, 2, 1, stop. Alright, 7 knot speed. Distance to us is the highest point, which is about yeah, that'll do. Okay. Yeah, put that in. And bearing is 73 degrees bearing. There we go, 74 degrees. Yeah, because it probably would have changed a little bit from the time we've done the calculation to me inputting it in. Now, if I do a lower draft, for instance, that might actually help. So I'm going to do a draft of 5 meters. We are good to go. We are ready. So we're going to go ready. 3, 2, 1. Launch torpedo 4. Move this calculation here. Now, if they've slowed down, that would be really annoying, or if they've changed their bearing, which is a real high possibility. Although it doesn't say they're doing maneuvers. There was a lot of vessels back there, which is taking care of the other U-boats we've got. So it's giving us a little bit of free rein here. Now, this might just pop in front of them. I don't know, actually. No, it should be okay, actually. Yeah, it should be okay. We'll see what happens. But we've got a lower draft, which means it should impact more on the waterline, which ideally as well, what would happen is it would cause a fire on top, which is it's a struggle to get a fire on top of the C3s, which if there is a fire, then it basically, and they abandon ship with the fire on board, then that really seals the deal for us. Okay, ready. Hitting midships, which is lovely. Oh. Oh. Beautiful. Now, these little fires here don't actually count for a fire on deck, but they are abandoning the ship. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to close the bulkheads in time. Come on. Oh, sinking a C3 off the bat. That's beautiful. That's beautiful stuff. Oh, that was nice. I think that's the first time I've ever been able to sink a C3 just from one torpedo, so it's a good thing we didn't do a salvo there. So it would appear it is possible. And hitting them midships is actually the way to go. Now, as long as nothing else is coming in on us. Oh. We're going to allow them to come past us. They're pinging us on active sonar. close. Okay, go. Nice. All right, can we get an additional sailor in with, well, 2 additional sailors in with Wolfpack, please, just to give us maximum speed. And hopefully nothing comes up behind us. Now, these might be left unattended now because there's so much going on behind us. Right, we're going to come out and then come back in to give us a better angle of attack here. Okay. Right, let's see what's going on. We've got a C3 there, which we know we can take down with 1 torpedo now. We've got another C3 there. Is that a C3? Yeah, C3. We've got a Liberty and a Liberty. All right, we've got some good pickings here. Okay, cool. So let's lock onto maybe this one. Yeah, we'll lock onto this. It's a freighter, C3, recognize you, velocity. And go. Yeah, it's not going too bad so far. Got 14,000 tons, which is going to help us with our overall campaign. Okay, battle warship bearing 210. And stop. Set 7 knots. Distance to us about 2.6 kilometers away, bearing 101. Alright. Torpedo tube. T1 pistol 3. 5 knot speed. Run torpedo running right. Ready. Fire tube 4. We run it at low speed as well, which we could have run it at a higher speed, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Now, what we could do, we could run this we could do a quick calculation on this. Seven knot speed. Distance check. About there, yeah. Angle on the bow is 3 meters, and it's 78 degrees on the starboard side, so 78 degrees. You had to use that one, didn't you? You had to. Why are you maintaining that one? I didn't want that one maintained. Because we wanted to use the different speed. Alright, hold on. Can we tell you to cancel that? Torpedo tubes. You fuck. Might as well. Might as well. Fuck it. Run right. Torpedo tube 3. So the only issue here is it's further away. So because it's further away, it means it's going to do some torpedo maneuvers when this one, if this one gets hit, which I can only assume it's going to. Which means this could slow down. This one's running quite well. This one it is a fat torpedo though, so if it starts going through the convoy, then I don't think you'll be a failure as such. I think it's running good. It's looking midships, which is where we wanted it. Does look like they're turning a little bit as well, which maybe they've seen it, but it's not going to help. Okay, they've took huge damage, so it seems like we found the sweet spot at 5 meter depth, midship. No, they would have slowed down now. They've definitely slowed down. All right, we've sunk that ship. Great. Yeah, so this one won't hit. Oh. I hate it when this happens. Now, is it going to do what I hope it will do? Yeah, I hate fat torpedoes. I genuinely can't work with them. Hold on. Oh, you fuck. Yeah. I hate fat torpedoes. I just don't know how they seem to want to work. Why am I going this direction? That's a failure, which is fine. We done well so far. We knew that was going to happen, which is not a problem at all. Okay, so we've got 3 out of 4 torpedoes done. How are we looking in terms of, yeah, 133. Okay. Right, this vessel, we're going to do another quick calculation on it. It is a... Why are you not locking? Okay, now you've locked. Okay, so we recognise this as a C3. No, a Liberty, sorry. Bring it around to make it a little bit of a better angle of attack. And we're going to do a velocity check, which we can only assume it's still going 7 knots. Might be no, it won't be easier. Right, 3, 2, 1, and stop. 7 knot speed. Okay, good stuff. Right, the sea state's a little bit more rough. And we're probably looking around about... No, it's a little bit more. There we are. And now we're going to do a quick bearing check, which we can get rid of these. So we actually spotted them all the way down here. .6 kilometers off and a 75-degree bearing. 1.6, 75 degrees bearing. You know what? That's fine. Torpedo tube. Torpedo tube 3. No, torpedo tube 1. A depth of 5 meters as well. You ready? Torp ready, tube ready. Fire tube 1. Right then. We're going to make our way up here. I want to assume this one will work, but will hit. And the angle's looking good. Yeah, angle's looking very good for us. And lovely damage with a fire on deck. That should see it off for us. Look at him. Hold on. Look at your boy. If I don't look, it's not happening. Is that classic mean? Like, this everything's fine. Oh, where's he gone? Has he got onto a boat? Oh, has he got onto a boat? Okay, fair enough. He's like, this is fine. Alright, we sunk that. Have we got any U-boats with us as well? There's a Type 7C to our south. We've got the SS Frank Lever, which is another Liberty class. Oh, they are not far from us at all, so we can get a good calculation on this. The fact that we are so close, though, is a bit of a worry when it comes to getting a visual on us. So, let's do a quick velocity check on your boy. They have slowed down. So it does say a 5-knot speed. Which is a prime thing to now use a fast moving torpedo, because the longer the torpedo is in the water, the more time it gives them to change, like to make a maneuver which will change the calculations essentially. So if the torpedo is in the water for say 60 seconds, in those 60 seconds they could speed up, they could slow down, it can go left or right. You know, it's one of those things. But if the torpedo's in there for like 30 seconds, it gives less chance for them to actually make a maneuver which is going to alter the outcome. 3, 2, 1. Okay, a 4-knot speed. Distance to us. Right, I'm going to do a bearing check first. It's 64 degrees. Bearing put in, and then the distance to us. A little bit higher. Right. Fast running torpedo. Tube ready, torp ready, fire, tube. 4. Now it does look like they're turning, which is actually going to help us out here. Yeah, they are turning, which is going to help us. Give us a bigger target. Although it's only at the front of the ship, which might not do a lot. No, it did do a lot. Did do a lot of damage. There's a huge fire on board. I think the 5 meters, the 5-meter draft is actually really, really nice. We're doing really well here. They are abandoning the ship, and the ship is going to go down with a huge, huge fire on board. Right, you're sunk. Right. Right, what else have we got going on? We've got an Empire over there, which is we're not interested in. It's too little tonnage. We've got the C3 here, which is only there. Now this one is a C3. Now let's do a velocity check. Now the problem is with these, they are probably changing. Yeah, they are changing their course, which I'm not overly fond of. So let us make way in this direction. Now we do have a bit of a contingency with this one, because we do have 2 vessels which are pretty much next to each other. So if we do miss one, it has got the potential of hitting the other. So let us do a quick velocity check. Now we are moving fairly quickly as well, so that could have an impact on the calculation as well. Right then. Ready. We're stopping 3, 2, 1. 7 knot speed. Happy with that. Let's do a distance check for us, which is probably around about a little bit more. Set you to 1.6 kilometers. Bearing tool, 1.6 kilometers, 97 degrees bearing on the starboard side, 97 degrees. That'll do, yeah. Yep, send you in. Torpedo tube. Ready, fire tube 3 when ready. 3, 2, 1, fire. Okay. Let's see how this goes down. It is a fast moving torpedo, as they are still doing torpedo maneuvers. Now, if they slow down, that'll be a bit upsetting. But I think we might be all right with this one. Yeah, I think we're okay with this one. It's looking like another midship hit here. Well, maybe just behind the wheelhouse, around about here. Even so, though, it's definitely going to hit. Oh, no, midships. Pretty much bang on midship here. Not a lot of damage, though, which is a little bit annoying, but we can't have them all. There's a huge list on board already. Let's target you. Right, you are another C3. Velocity. Let's do a velocity check. Now, we know these are really running around about a 7-knot speed, but seeing as that's just taken a hit, it could slow down. Hey, Hooded. No worries, buddy. No worries. Good to see you. Doing really well so far. Really, really well. Get ready to stop at a 3, 2, 1, stop. 8-knot speed. Okay, so they're actually gunning it a little bit. They're abandoning their ship, which is always nice as well. Right, so the distance to us is looking around about... No. Yeah, he's moving. He's moving. Around about there, I'll say 2,000 meters from our good selves. The bearing is a little bit rough. 2,076 degrees. 76 degrees bearing on the starboard side. 76.4. Put you in. We're going to have a fast moving torpedo at 40 knots. Get ready to fire when ready. Firing at 3, 2, 1, fire. We want to running a fast moving torpedo. We want to try and get out of this way here. Even though they are moving and they have taken on a fair bit of damage, they would have closed all the bulkheads. Yeah, they would have closed all the bulkheads, so the chance of that sinking without any further persuasion is a little low. But I guess we'll see. It could do. It could do. This is maybe... they might have slowed down. Yeah, it looks like they've slowed down a little bit. I don't remember. This is just a standard. Yeah, they've slowed down, so it's not ideal for us. It's fine. That's fine. Give it another go. Yeah, that's fine. We can't win them all, of course. Yeah, can't win them all. Right. Now, it's a miss, yes. Lock onto you. Let's do another velocity check. I imagine they have slowed down, and we can check that. Oh, they have really slowed down. Yeah, they've basically come to a near dead stop, they have. So if they had just slowed down by a small margin... You know what, we're going to say like... Three knot speed. For argument's sake. What about you, though? What are you? You're never C3. You're gunning it. Do I feel comfortable doing that? No, it's a little bit too much of a tight angle here. Now, there's some stuff going on over here, which is probably the other U-boats that we got going on. All right, let's... I'm gonna say three knot speed. Right, distance to us. Let's rub all this out here. We don't need this. 3 knot speed, 77 degrees bearing. 77 degrees bearing, starboard side. There we are, perfect. Distance to us. Hopefully we can get a better idea with the swell on. Okay. About that, 1.5 meters away, which is ideal, which it says there. Fastest moving torpedo. Ready, fire, 3, 2, 1. Fire. How's your dad doing? Yeah, my dad's doing well, thanks, mate. Yeah, doing really, really well. Is yeah, we had a few things go on, didn't we, over the last couple of weeks, like with like neighbours and whatnot, but you know, it is what it is. This, if they speed up, that'll be annoying, but I think this might actually be okay. We did guess on the speed. We did say 3 knot, which was, it was probably more likely 4. But yeah, it's doing well. It's doing well. Keeping himself busy, so to speak. Right, this will hit, but it's going to be really at the back of the boat here. So it's something. It'll be a glancing hit, I think. And oh, oh, oh. Oh, nice. Nice. I didn't think that was actually possible with a C3, but okay. You know, you live and learn. That was lovely. Now, what are you? That was nice, yeah. Very happy with that. You are Liberty. And you are coming in on us. They try to be slick with it, yeah. Alright, so we know this to be a Liberty class. Recognize you. Send you. Right, what are we currently sitting on? 155,000. So we've sunk currently about 45,000 tons this patrol so far. Bearing in mind as well, we have got... Oh, not that. Bearing in mind as well, we've got this vessel here, which is another 7,000 tons. And then if we can try and get in front of these and then pick off the Empires with the debt gun. That's another Liberty class as well, so that's quite nice. Right, we're going to stop. We are actually going to bring up the snorkel for a brief moment. Just to get the air quality back. We got a U-boat in our area. Yes, we do. So we do still have support here. Right, let's drop this snorkel. Now, let's have a little look to see at this Liberty class. Right, it's in a lot better place for us. Right, let's do a quick velocity check for ourselves, and it's going to be running slow, I think, judging by just the traffic that's in the area. The Liberty classes I find are nicer than the C3s, although having said that, the dog's dreaming. She's like, her eyes are doing this. Yeah, having said that, the C3s have actually been going down rather well today. I tend to find the C3s have to take 2 torpedoes or more persuasion with a deck gun, as you have to kind of like go back at them. But I think we've done rather well so far. I think we've had 2 misses. One was a fat torpedo, because we ended up firing it when a first torpedo was going off, and they put the wrong torpedo into maintenance. 4 knot speed. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go a 37 at 993. Apparently 993 is the thing, so we'll just put that in. That's absolutely fine. And it was a 37. It is turning though. It is turning. So what we're going to do, we're going to do another quick bearing check. Why do you not want to? I hate it when this happens. Bearing tool. No, is that going to work? Yeah, I hate it when this sort of stuff happens. There we go. $58 degrees. 58 degrees. Okay. So if we check this now. Yeah, we're going to fire. Ready? 3, 2, 1, fire. So fast running torpedo. Should do the job for us. Should be okay. And hitting bit about midships. Snap the front off. Beautiful stuff. Can't complain about that in the slightest. Now what we could do, just to be cheeky, we are going to surface the boat. This has been abandoned. We know this. Take you two, confirm. Wreckage. Replacement parts. I don't know why we're taking those. Right, so Timmy D, can you operate that, please? We need maximum amount of sailors with your good self. We're going to give a few hits on this C3. Armor piercing rounds, that's exactly what we need. Right, we are going to put this. Right. That might actually be as much persuasion as it needs. One more hit. Yeah, that's all it needs. Right, periscope depth. Whenever I take shots at a small warship, my torps always go under because I never change the depth. Yeah, that's always something to kind of bear in mind. Yeah, always bear that in mind. The warships have like a stupidly low draft. For that design, of course. They're designed in that way. Right, the Thomas B. Reed has been sunk, which is beautiful stuff. We don't care about these replacement parts, to be quite honest. Not really an issue. Little shit, yeah, I know. Right, these aren't doing any more torpedo maneuvers now. That's an Empire Liddell, which... Oh, it is snowing. It's just an Empire ship, isn't it? It's nothing major. If I can see it, where is it? Oh yeah, it's just an Empire tower. Nothing... Yeah, 2,640 tons. I think they're safe. No. And we've got 2 U-boats behind us as well. So they might have actually sorted out those other vessels. So we've got a C3 and a C3. We've got 3 C3s. That's some good amount of tonnage. There was no tankers with this though. No tankers, and the... Yeah. Which is a bit of a shame, because they do generate a lot of tonnage. Oh, okay, wait a minute. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 C3s. In fact, actually, apparently there's 5 ships. Can't seem to see it with the swell. That's 3. 4. Oh, 5. Okay, fair enough. Right. So these are going to be our targets here. I'm going to lock you in. C3. Yes, we've established this. The velocity. They're probably running around about a 7 knot speed here. Now, if they don't get destroyed in one hit, which there's obviously a big possibility for that, we can always come back. But what we don't want is the other U-boats taking the kill, because that's not going to help with our tonnage.
Herr Kaloin, wir haben unsere Position erreicht.
Oh, hydrate. I will do that in a minute, sir. 3, 2, 1, stop. 7 knot speed. Perfect stuff. Right, let's do a quick bearing check. They are changing the bearing. Set 276. So now we're sitting on the port side of the vessel. 276. Meaning it's 84. Minus 84 degrees.
Aktualisieren. Winkel 8, 4.
Have we only got a few amount of torpedoes? Oh.
Rohr 1, bessern.
Right, we're going to run this as slow moving torpedoes. Are we? No, actually, we're going to run this faster.
Aktualisieren. Gegnerfahrt 7, Rohr 1, bewässert.
Ready. Torpedo tube 1 is ready at a depth of 5 meters. We're going to run 3, 2, 1, fire tube 1. Well, this could, of course, miss. I don't think it will, but there is the one at the back as well, which is a bit of a contingency for us. It's not looking an ideal shot. It looks like it's just going to glance the back. So it's taken a lot of damage, but damage that can be repaired. We are going to turn. We're going to ignore them for the moment. We're going to focus on your boy here at the back. Recognize you as a C3. We're going to do a velocity check. It would have slowed down, I imagine. Although I can't really see with this swell now. Yeah, it would have slowed down because the vessel in front of it slowed down. Which isn't a problem, of course, but... it does mean we have to kind of react to it quickly. Just going to hydrate here, mate. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Set. 5 knot speed.
Unterlagen aktualisieren.
Okay. Oh, that's rough. That's really rough. Oh.
Position erreicht.
Well, what we will do. We are going to go on an aft torpedo here. Yeah, we're going to go aft torpedo. You missed playing Sea of Thieves. Got no one to play it with though. Just a game that doesn't feel good on your own. Now the thing is, I can sympathise with that. Now when COVID first came about, I left a job. It was a good paying job, to be fair, and I ended up playing Sea of Thieves mainly solo for about 6 months straight. It was enjoyable. I do think they probably added a little bit too, it's daft as it sounds, I think they added too much with the game. As in, there's always something within your vicinity where there's going to be, and to me that kind of defeats the point of Sea of Thieves. And stop. Set that 4 knot speed. Okay. Distance to us, we're going to do a bearing check. Rub this out. Yeah, it sounds really daft, but I feel like Sea of Thieves was better when you feel like you're actually sailing to somewhere. I loved it. I really did. Right, 49. That'll do. Distance was apparently 490, which we're going to do a quick check here. And is that correct? Yeah, that'll be alright. Right. This can only go at a 30 knot speed. Ready? Fire. Tube. 5. Yeah, like if everyone was just on a solo ship, yeah, great. But it's when you're going along and all of a sudden you're just getting bullied by the same galleon. Yeah, it's a whole thing, isn't it? It's a bit of a nightmare. Right, this one doesn't look too bad. The fact that that's not sunk is ridiculous. Now we've got 2 torpedoes left. We've got one for the stern and one for the bow. And I think we've done very, very well. Very, very well today. And very minor damage. Although it's starting to tick. It's starting to tick. Now these look like warships that are coming in. But they're not, they're just Empire ships. Okay. Okay, now we've done that. That doesn't look like it's going to sink on its own. So we are going to unlock that. We're going to allow it to do its thing. We're going to ignore those ones up in the 3 that are over there. They can do whatever they like. Not really interested. There is a vessel here. It's not you. You're too far away. It's this vessel here, which we are going to do. So it's a C3 velocity check. And we're going to try and see if we can get this one. Surface the boat. Give them a little bit more extra persuasion. Hopefully then the empires that have fallen behind, we're able to take them down as well with the deck gun. And that actually might conclude it for today, because as I say, we've only been streaming for a couple of hours, but it's actually been very productive. Okay, get ready to stop. In 3, 2, 1, now. 7 knot speed, distance to us.
Geschwindigkeit 7 Knoten.
Right, that's where the waterline is. Yeah, about that. Set that to 800. Yeah. Now, angle to us. Angle to us is. Nope. Wrong way, you idiot. Right, so angle to us is 292. So 292, 270. Take away 22 is 68. Is it? 90, 70, yeah. 68. You can math. Sometimes you can math. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? All right, so this is a homing torpedo. Ah. Go on then. What's the tip? Use the map to insert the area, the angle on bow and range. Nerd, I'm jealous. As in what? As in what? I don't know how you do that. Oh, I know what you're talking about. As in, do this and then, is it this? Like these. Yeah, these ones, yeah. Yeah, these ones, yeah. Yeah. Right, how are we looking? Now, the only issue with this is now, it's a homing torpedo, which is going to go towards the back of the ship, which I don't want. It does the area, the angle on bow math for you. Yeah, but doing the angle on the bow, I'll be sending that torpedo. Doing the angle on the bow is actually part of the fun, isn't it? Where are you going? Wrong ship, shit. Wrong ship, dipshit. There we go. I just waited for it to turn back on me now. See, these are really nice in some capacity, but sometimes they're a fucking nightmare. Yeah, sometimes I'll keep quiet. I'll keep quiet. Yeah, it's just such a fucking nightmare sometimes. Like this should, obviously this will hit, but it goes for the propeller, not the middle of the ship, which is what we wanted. Now that's not a lot of damage. That's not a lot of damage at all. Now, unless they start abandoning the ship, which is what we want, It's going to stop, yeah, but that's not what we was going for with this situation. What we were going for is we wanted them to abandon the ship because then it stops them manning the guns. So what we're going to have to do... What we're going to have to do here is come this way. That's not a lot of damage at all. Now we do want to make sure that these leave, because they're still in range of us being able to, yeah, so. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to surface the boat. We're going to surface the boat. We're going to give these a little bit more persuasion, and we can try and take this empire as it's coming past. These will still be able to try and hit us, but okay. Yep, that's fine. Timmy D. Buoyancy is too low. We need to be at 70%. And we need to do this real quick. You know what? Save the game first. Just because I haven't saved all night. So we never know. We never know.
Herr Galoin, wir wurden entdeckt. Das wird nicht einfach, aber wir haben schon Schlimmeres überstanden.
Come on.
Lasst uns ruhig bleiben.
Come on. Come on. Come on. 70. 70. What we need. There we go. Operate. Now we need to try and take the C3 that's on our starboard side as soon as possible, which will then, because they've still got the ability to use their guns, right, let's get this targeted. There we go. Right, some damage there. Lovely stuff. Come on, Sea State. Help us out there. While we are at it, Milo, can you do us a favour? Because I always make this mistake. Milo, can you please get rid of you two go there, storage room. Can you please, deck gun, add some more armor piercing rounds onto that? And we need to target this again. And that might just sort them out. Just under the waterline, which sucks. We're just going to aim at the same place over and over again, just so then it could potentially just crack them in half, but also as well, if there's any sailors in that area that are doing any repairs, it would actually hurt them as well. Right, that should actually do it. Alright, where are these C3s? Only one might be needed on each if we can actually land the shot. That's one. All right. The salmonella is going down. That's going to be going down as well. Lifeboat 3. Invite on board. Taking you two. Thank you very much. Lifeboat. That's a little bit too far from us. Oh, report has sunk. That's going to go down as well. Lovely.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Oh, send one more. Lovely shot on the waterline there. That should go down now. Yep. All right. All beans forward, please.
Fahrt voraus.
Another. The 3 U-boats are coming in. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Invite on board. No one here. 10 interactions. Can't take any of this. This is about to go. Yeah, you've gone. And that's going to be going as well. So we're going to try and take care of these 3 vessels here. Going to get a little bit closer to your boy. And hopefully we can get this down as well. That's sunk as well. Yeah, we've done rather well, I think. Rather well. We will get Milo to send some more resources to the deck gun. Storage. Deck gun. Can you send over another 11 units? And we're going to target this. Okay, it's a hit. It's only 2,640 tons, but I suppose it all adds. I think I just hit someone. I think I just took someone off the back of the boat. Right, let's just aim for the middle of the ship here, at the wheelhouse. The sea state's not favourable. You know what? Let's see what an AA round will do for us. Probably not a lot. Could cause a fire. Because I know they do actually a little bit of damage, but maybe not what we should be using at this point, actually. Okay, it's a bit of a hardy one. But then again, we've not been hitting the waterline. Yeah, we're just doing a lot of damage at the top, and it's nothing that's actually going to sink the vessel. There we go. Just trying to aim for the red. There's a fire on deck. Perfect stuff. That might actually sort them. Oh no, their fire's gone now. More fire on deck. And hopefully that, yeah, they're abandoning the ship with the fire on board. That I'm happy with. Right, now we're gonna focus on these two. That fire should, yep, that fire should sort the boat out now. And we've got 7 shots with armor piercing. we are going to try and restock the boats with Milo. So Milo, can you please go and sort that out for us? More armor-piercing rounds in the... from here, please. 18 units. Thank you very much. I don't know where the warships are. I don't know if they've all been taken care of by the U-boats, or do seem like I see some smoke in the distance up there, but I don't know if that's anything to worry about. Right, that's currently not sinking. Maybe we can give it one more thing for some persuasion. And I think one more, and that should do it for us. Right, where's these other vessels? That they are in front of us. And that's not really going as much as I would like it to go. There we go. That's done now. No problem for us at all. Okay. Cool. I don't know where you're going. You're going up to those vessels there. Empire Lindell has been sunk, which is fantastic news. And now you can use the AA gun for that. Stop wasting valuable AA shells. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not wasting anything. I'll just end up restocking it anyway. To be honest, the AA gun, there's been times where I've used the AA gun on vessels like this, which is like, and then all of a sudden I've needed them later on. I've gone, oh shit. So I wouldn't count it as a waste. 4,414 tons. And yep, they're starting to take some damage. Hopefully get a nice fire on deck would be nice as well. And to be fair, I get AA rounds or armor piercing rounds or things like this. There's a fire on deck. Let's just keep pelting them while we can. I don't know if that hits. We're going to try and put the fire... Yeah, they've put the fire out. But let's just keep poking. And I'm just trying to get a good... Yeah, now they've taken on water at the front, they are starting to get a bit of a dip. So the back of the boat is a little bit more vulnerable now. They're going to start abandoning the ship, which is good stuff for us. And that should see them out. We've got one more vessel to focus on, which is your boy over here. And we're going to go to lifeboat 2. Nope, don't give them supplies. Invite them on board. These two. And we've only got 2 more slots available for some survivors. That was probably a wee bit short. Yeah, we haven't sent that yet. Yeah, still a wee bit short. Right, report has been sent. We've only been at sea for about a week, I think, so it's actually not too bad. That's sailing over the top, which is a bit unfortunate, but the sea state is a little bit rough for us. And again, not ideal. Oh, steady on, steady on. Still a hit. Not fantastic hit. We want to get this water line. Not like that. Right, Milo, can you please sort us out again for some ammunition? Right, Milo, open storage, deck gun, in fact, actually, we'll pull them from these. And we're going to target your boy as well. Right, that's some damage. Do we? Oh, okay. Fire on deck, perfect stuff. Let's keep hammering. Not like that, idiot. Alright, we got AA rounds now. Let's just... That should sort them out. Yeah, they're done now. There's no... I don't think they're coming back from this. Yeah, what as well. There we go. They're abandoning the ship. We've got some lifeboats here. We are moving a little bit too quick. Are we going to bump? No, we're fine. Lifeboat 2, write them on board. These two, confirm. Yeah, that should go down, no problem. I don't want to fire at, you know what, one round. Just in case. And that should be it. Nice. Or do you want to? Do you actually want to sink? No, that will sink now. There we go. Okay, cool. So we are going to disengage. No reason to continue. Done very, very well there. Very, very well. And literally, I think we was at sea for like literally a week or so. And seeing as we've got nothing else going on, we might as well just head back to port now. And we're 50,000 away. 50,000, well, 45,000 away. Which is good going. Good going, so that means we'll do it in the next one. Nope, not that way. And we're going to go to a head full and we're going to make our way. Right, so you lot can stand down. You can get some rest. Everyone deserves some rest. Lovely. Right, come out of silent running. Oh. Help ally. Critical damage sustained from air assault. Exhausted all spare parts. Urgent assistance required. Rendezvous coordinates at 6237 north and 3.93 west. Will maintain position until the 29th of November 1941 at 7:59. Confirm. Bro. Okay. Well, we might as well just mosey on over. You could have told us before, though. That would have been nice. Oh shit! Look at the fucking state of this fog bank. Now we've actually got some sort of replacement parts here. Like, how many we got? We've only got the one. They probably need one or two. Nearby contacts. I can't seem to see where they are. Don't need two. We don't need three sailors with yourself. Well, we'll have two people with Millerus there. Where the fuck is it? Searchlight. Slow down. Where is it? There it is. Send team to investigate. Right then, so we're going to send Timmy D with a Car 98. We're going to send Millerus. And we're going to send over Walter Conrad as well. He's got some replacement parts, so I don't know if that's actually needed, but we're going to send over 5 members of staff with them. Okay, cool. Timmy was welcomed by the skipper of the vessel. After a short exchange of curiosity, the skipper got straight to the point and asked about the resources he asked for the radio. Yes, give the replacement part. So it's 65% as well. We are glad to help. So that means Milo, Comrade, you got 4 parts now, so you can open this and you can get that additional part. So that's actually not gone to waste, which is good stuff. Are you actually going to take it, Comrade? Excuse me. There we go, mate. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, everyone is all happy. Right, ahead full here, and we're just going to go back to Wilhelmshaven. Yeah, pretty successful patrol there. We got about 95,000 tons. We only had like 2 misses with torpedoes. One was just because of a bad timing and probably a bad call from myself to actually fire the torpedo, but the other one was just off. I think it's just because they changed their they'd just done a maneuver whilst we was firing the torpedo, which you know, it happens. But other than that, it's actually been pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty happy with that. There's no need to send the crew on holiday as well. Right, that needs to calm down. Right, as we're coming into port now, we are going to slow down a little bit. As this is a bit of a renowned area for being shit when coming into port. You end up kind of like bumping it into part of the port itself. Right, it's just going to load in now. There we go. Game. Okay, we good. Let's turn the standard light running, and we're going to turn the diesel compressor on. Right, slow down, and let's see how we get on with this. Where's the torpedo the submarine pens? Was there no submarine pens here? Oh, there's no submarine pens here, is there? It's at La Rochelle, yeah. We're gonna bump. We're gonna bump. We're gonna bump. We're okay. No, we're okay. Okay, cool. Mission complete. Oh, that went really well. Really well. Really happy with that. Okay, so Milarus, you got a few points in for the Knight's Cross. Walter Conrad, you did as well. You're really close to your Iron Cross first class. And then to be Timmy D, you actually generated quite a bit of points here. So this is what I was talking about earlier. This is going to be really tough to get. Really tough. So we're going to try and use Timmy D as much as we can to try and generate as many points as we can. Just for the Knight's Crossing, Golden Oak Leaves, Swords and Diamonds, which is the last one. So, campaign objective progressed. So, military shipping in the USSR is growing each month. It must be stopped to lead our troops to victory on the Eastern Front. Sink merchant ships within the following squares for this objective. Yeah, so we only got 45,000 left, which we should do in the next stream. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lovely stuff. 94,000 tons, and we was at sea for 8 days. That went extremely well. We did everything we needed to. No stress, no dramas. Very happy with that. So what we are going to do, we're just going to look at the next patrol, just so we can get an idea of what we can do next time. Now this, that's not fantastic. Not fantastic at all. So what we are going to do though, we are going to look at headquarters, because we didn't actually do anything with headquarters this stream. Now, there's 3 things we can do. We've got the anti-radar coating for snorkels, the torpedo control for the LUT program, and the Naxos radar detector. Now that's only going to cost 3. This will cost 4, and that will cost 3. Now, if that if that works the way I imagined it would, then that would be far, far better than the FAT program, because the FAT program is actually quite... It is a lot to get your head around, and to be fair, I haven't done it yet. I can't get my head around it. I can and I can't. But this would work really, really well, and I'm tempted to get it. But having said that, I'm going to save my reputation points. I mean, saying that, actually, if I go to recruitment and I go bought survivors, that should give me an additional point. Yeah, it did. It gave me like a point and a bit. So that's something to consider, but we will consider that in the next stream, which will probably be next Sunday for U-Boat. In terms of the schedule for the next week, I will be playing, we'll be continuing the playthrough of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Maybe tomorrow or Tuesday we'll continue with that, and we're aiming to finish the whole game up by the end of the week, because then we're going to be going on to our Christmas game, which will be an old game of the Grinch, which I'm looking forward to playing because I haven't played that properly in years. I never completed it when I was a kid, so it's kind of on the list. You know, it's kind of a on the to-do list. So yeah, we'll be doing that. But if I don't see you all, I hope you all have a lovely, lovely week, and hopefully I'll see you all at some point. Those who aren't following and do want to drop a follow, of course, you are more than welcome to. That is always appreciated. Those at YouTube want to drop a sub, that's always appreciated as well. Join us on the Discord, and I will see everyone either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll be dropping the schedule up in Discord, so obviously feel free to join that. Yeah, I'll be seeing everyone very, very soon. So I hope you all have a lovely, lovely rest of the weekend, and I'll catch you all very soon. So yeah, take it easy, take care now, and bye bye.